Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss a very important topic of chapter 1 of class 10, that is what are the two types of chemical equations, right? So as we can see that we have a chemical equation right in front of us. So if we count the number of atoms on the reactant side, reactants are always written on the left hand side of the equation. Then is the arrow which tells us that the reactants are changing into products, and then on the right hand side, okay, we have the products. If we have two or more than two reactants, they are written as R1, then in between them we put up a plus sign. So this tells us that there are two reactants which are reacting with each other, results in the formation of two products P1 and P2, and they are connected with each other by a plus sign, right? Now what are the two types of chemical equations? So as we can see over here that there is just one atom of iron, right? But on the product side we can see that there are two atoms of iron, right? So there is one atom of iron and here we have two atoms of iron. When we move on to hydrogen, so this number at the bottom is called as a subscript. What do we call this number at the bottom? We call it as the subscript, right? So this subscript is only with that element which is written ahead of it. So there are two atoms of hydrogen, and when we look on to the product side, there are again two atoms of hydrogen. So it means that hydrogen is okay now. When we move on to oxygen, so nothing is written as subscript with oxygen, so it means that it is 1. So there is one atom of oxygen, but when we look on to the product side, there are 3 atoms of oxygen. So what do we get to know? That the number of atoms of each element, okay, on the reactant side, they are not equal to the number of atoms of each element on the product side. So whenever this situation happens, it means that our reaction is unbalanced. So this is the first type of chemical equation, that is the unbalanced chemical equation, and it is also called as a skeletal chemical equation, right? When the atoms of each element, okay, on the reactant side, they are not equal to the atoms of each element on the product side, right? But when we balance it, so now suppose that this is the balanced equation. So can we see this number is now written in front of iron. So this number which is written in front of any symbol or a formula, it is called as a stoichiometric coefficient, or simply a coefficient, right? So this coefficient means that two atoms of iron we have. So how many atoms of iron we have? Two. Now there is again a coefficient written in front of hydrogen. Now coefficient is to be multiplied with all the atoms of all the elements which are written after it. So this is 3, hydrogen 2. So this 3 will be multiplied by 2. So it means that how many hydrogen atoms do we have? 6. Okay. Now oxygen, nothing is written as subscript, right? This number at the lower end is called subscript. The one at the in front is called as stoichiometric coefficient. Okay. Now this 3 will be multiplied by 1. So it means that how many oxygen atoms do we have? 3, right? Now move on to the product side. So nothing is written as stoichiometric coefficient. So it means that it is 1. Okay. Now this is the subscript. So 1 multiplied by 2 is 2. So it means that how many iron do we have? We have 2 iron atoms. Now just check it out. Iron 2 in the reactant, iron 2 in the product. Okay. Clear? Then moving on to oxygen. Oxygen 1 is with every atom of each element that is after it. So this oxygen will also be multiplied with 1. So this is 1 into 3, 3. That is oxygen is 3. Now just compare it with the reactant. Is this also equal? Yes, right? And now the last thing that is left is hydrogen. So this is 3, this is 2. We calculated it to be 6. Now in the product side, it is 3. Okay, this is the stoichiometric coefficient. This is the subscript 2. We multiply the stoichiometric coefficient with all the subscripts that we have. So the hydrogen over here also comes out to be 6. So is hydrogen atom also equal? So when the atoms of each element, can we see the atom of iron 2 and 2, atom of hydrogen 6 and 6, atom of oxygen 3 and 3. So atoms of each element on the reactant side is now equal to the atoms of each element on the product side. Such an equation is called a balanced chemical equation, right? So how many types of chemical equations do we have? We have two types of chemical equations. One is unbalanced and the other one is balanced chemical equation. Now a question comes that why is it important to balance a chemical equation? Why should it be balanced? In order to satisfy the law of conservation of mass, which says that mass can neither be created nor be destroyed, but yes, it has to be conserved. Like the total mass of the reactant should be equal to the total mass of the product. Right? So these are the two types of chemical equations. In next tutorial, we are going to discuss how to balance the chemical equations. Thank you.